Hi, welcome to the fourth video on the brackets and factorising topic at National 5. Today we're going to look at factorising trinomials of the form x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so specifically when you have just an x squared, no number in front of that x squared. Okay, there is three things we're going to look at. It's a bit more involved, this process, but it is a beautiful thing. If you like problem solving puzzle as of anyway, this is going to be the one for you. Okay, firstly, we're going to identify factor pairs of the constant term, the thing at the end, or tends to be at the end, that doesn't have any x's attached to it. Identify the specific pair which will add to give the coefficient of the x term, the number in front of the x term, and then you need to be wary of negative numbers, and you need to be patient with this process, okay, particularly when you get to the trickier ones. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of investigation again. Okay, first I'd like you to stop and expand these brackets. Okay, so stop the video, expand the brackets. And what I'll do is I'll just go through it quickly when you're done. Okay, so first one, and I'll do this one reasonably properly. X times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, 4 times x is 4x, and then the 4 times 5 gives you 20. Okay, so that's x squared plus 9x plus 20. Okay, second one. Okay, and I'll just jump a line, but I'll talk through it. Y times y is y squared. Y times 6 gives you 6y. 2 times y gives you 2y. So together those will be 8y. And then 2 times 6 at the end will give you 12. Okay, same for the last one. P times p will give you the p squared. P times 8, and then 3 times p gives you 11 p's altogether. And then 3 times 4 gives you 24. 3 times 8, sorry, gives you 24. Okay, now having seen that, what I'd like you to do, and I'll move on to the same page, I'd like you to pause the video and try and factorise these two expressions here, okay? Okay, so now I tell you x squared plus 10x plus 21 and m squared plus 12m plus 32, put them back into brackets, okay? And if you can, the reason I'm getting to pause it, and I really think you should do this, is because if you can figure this out yourself, it'll just give you that kind of big jump at the start, it'll give you a push and let you do really well. Okay, so first things first here, x squared plus 10x plus 21. Okay, now I'm hoping that we can see quite quickly that the first two terms has to be x and x. That'll give you your x squared. Okay, now looking at that one, this one here, that 20 was because it was 4 times 5. This 12 was because the last thing in the multiplying in this bracket was a 2 times 6. And this 24 was 3 times 8. Okay, so here I know the two numbers there and there have to multiply to give me positive 21. Okay, now if you can identify your factor pairs, in this case 1 times 21 gives you 21 and 3 times 7 gives you 21. Okay, now the next clue, the big thing is you need to make sure that the numbers you choose, your factor pair, gives you a positive 10. Okay, so I'm hoping that you realised that it has to be plus 3 and plus 7. Okay, that multiply here gives you 21, but then when you multiply them with x and add them, it will give you 10x. Okay, so they multiply to 21 and they add to 10. Okay, second one, again, hoping we're seeing quite quickly that it's m and m, okay, to give you that m squared. 32, a little bit trickier than 21. Okay, your times tables need to be right on it here. 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 4 and 8. Yep, I think that'll do it. Okay, now, okay, multiplying to give you a positive, so they have to be the same sign. Okay, because you're trying to add to positive 12. 4 and 8 gives me the positive 12. Okay, so I'm hoping you've seen that well enough when you're doing it yourselves. Okay, now the process is going to be the same here. You're looking for your factor pairs. Okay, you pick the factor pair that works to give you the middle number. Okay, it just works the same all the time here. The one thing you need to be careful about is your negatives. Okay, so we've done those two. This one here. Okay, let's have a wee chat about negatives. Okay, so again, straight away we should be able to say, right, this thing's called a trinomial. You've got three terms and you've got a single f squared at the front, so it needs to be f and f. Okay, you're positive 9. Your factors are going to be 1 and 9 or 3 and 3. Okay, now let's talk a bit more in detail about that positive 9. Okay, remember if you're multiplying two numbers to get a positive, the two numbers have to have the same sign. Either they're both positive or they're both negative. Because you're trying to add to a -6 here, they both have to be negative. Okay, there's no way again adding to -6 if they're both positive. They have to both be negative here. And then lastly, your 3 and your 3 will then get you down. Your -3 and -3 will get you down to -6. Okay, so that's f subtract 3. Okay, in example D here, again, let's jump right in and say that b squared has to come from b and b. Okay, again, you are multiplying to get positive 30. Because it's positive, both signs have to be the same. Let's do our factor pairs the same though. 1 and 13, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. Okay, now I'm hoping when you look at them, you can screen out 3 and 10 is screaming out 13, but also 2 and 15 might be screaming out 13. Okay, here we know the signs are the same, they have to be negative. And then -3, -10, that gets me down to -13. -3, take away another 10, you're taking away 13 in total. Because the signs have to both be negative, that 2 and 15 is not right. -2, take away another 15, will get you down to -17. So it has to be -3 and -10. Okay, last two examples. X squared plus 3x minus 10 and y squared minus y minus 20. Again, worthwhile pausing the video, giving it a try. Okay, let's jump into the first one. Same again, has to be an x and an x. You're talking about an x squared there. Okay, but this time we're multiplying to give a negative number. Okay, now that negative number, you can only multiply to get a negative number if you have one positive number and one negative number. So we know straight away from that negative, it has to be a plus and a minus. Okay, your factor pairs for 10 are 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. Okay, we're looking for 3. We're looking to get a positive 3. That 2 and the 5 should be screaming out 3 to us, hopefully. Okay, now this is where the negative ones get a little bit trickier. We need to make 3, so we need to have plus 5 and minus 2. Specifically, the 5 has to be positive and the 2 has to be negative. That means plus 5 minus 2 gives us that positive 3. Okay, now, let's say for sake of argument, we had it the other way around. We had minus 5 and plus 2. When you multiplied out your bracket, you'd have your x squared fine. That plus 2x and minus 5x, your minus 10 would be fine at the end. This plus 2 minus 5 gives you a negative 3. Okay, so the signs really matter. So that cannot be right. This is what we're looking at. Positive 5, negative 2. Okay, last one here in F. Let's jump in again. Y squared at the front, so it's got to be y and y. Okay, we're multiplying to a negative number, so it has to be positive and negative. Factors are 20, 120, 210, 4 and 5. Looking at the middle number, that is a negative y, so that is a negative 1y. So that 4 and 5 together scream out 1 for me. Okay, so we'll be looking at the pair 4 and 5. Now if it was a plus 5 minus 4, that would be positive 1. So it has to be plus 4 minus 5. That's what gets me the negative in front. Okay, excuse me a second. And that is your factorization of y plus 4, y minus 5. Now this will take a lot of practice. Okay, I've given you 6 examples. I went through it reasonably quickly. Okay, it's a 10-minute video, so not too quickly, but this will just take lots of practice getting used to your numbers, getting used to your factor, and most importantly, getting used to your signs. Okay, so 3 things in your tool to do. We identify the factor pairs of the constant term. Okay, you're knowing you're multiplying to that last one. You know that your numbers have to add to give the middle term. Okay, so in your, okay, excuse me, I'm just going to get rid of that. Yeah, that's for next video. Okay, so you know you're multiplying to the number. You need to add to the number in the middle. The last thing, which is the most important, be wary of negative numbers and be patient. This is a puzzle. You're looking at numbers, looking at everything you know for the one that works for the trinomial you have. Okay, be patient, don't panic, it'll work out for you. Okay, thanks for your time.